And a good morning, television family. Good to see you again. 5th day of September 2024, according to my calendar. That makes it a Thursday. Pretty sure it's accurate. I just put new batteries in my calendar. I'm Dan Kuntz. Good to see you. Right out of the box, Blewett Pass still closed. Probably know by now, a wildfire broke out right at the summit of Blewett Pass. Milepost 164. Don't know the cause, don't really know the size. I figure it's about 15 to 20 acres. Right at the summit, right at the Chelan County, Kittitas County line. And so they have shut down Blewett Pass. The fire was reported about 2:30 yesterday afternoon. They closed the pass at 3 o'clock, and it is still closed this morning at 7 o'clock. If it opens between now and the end of this show, if you're watching the live version at 7 o'clock, we'll let you know. But right now, Blewett Pass, can't get over it. It's shut down in both directions. Again, if that changes during the course of the program, we'll let you know. Get ready for another hot one today. The heat advisory begins at 1 o'clock this afternoon, goes until 9 o'clock on Saturday evening. We're going to be close to a record high today. We're not going to break it. We have a pretty good chance of breaking the record high on Friday. Tomorrow, we're definitely going to set a new record high on Saturday. That's by quite a bit, it looks like. Sunday as well. It's been a hot start to September, and nothing's going to change until we get to the early part of next week. This is a pretty sizable dome of high pressure. It's a strong ridge of high pressure that's just going to sit here for a while. So sunny and hot. Summer's hanging on because it's still summer. Forecast is coming up. A lot of news to get to. Mariners, wow. They got 2 touchdowns against the A's. All the Athletics were able to muster was a field goal. Mariners scored 16 runs, best they've done all year. They should save those runs for other games. Highlights of a Mariner blowout down there in Oakland. We'll talk a little high school football. Pause for pets because it's Thursday. That means Solobino the dog needs a home. Solobino, isn't that that's like a pastry, isn't it? Anyway, Solobino the dog needs a home, and we had a great visit out on the campus of Wenatchee Valley College a couple of days ago to talk about their annual food truck night. It's back for the 3rd big year. It is on Friday, September 20th. Bunches of food trucks, beer garden, lawn games, entertainment, a dunk take. All of it benefits the Wenatchee Valley College Foundation. We had a chance to visit with Lupe Brito. Lupe is in charge of this thing. She works for the foundation. She's in charge of making this whole thing happen logistically and everything else. And Rachel Evie, our good friend, who's the executive director of the Wenatchee Valley College Foundation. Big fundraiser for them. It is the food truck night. We'll talk about that in the back half of the program as well. And at 3 minutes after the hour, the nonsense is over. We get busy. We get serious now with our cameras around the valley. It looks like it's a little hazy to the north of us. With all the hot weather, I'm not really sure what's going on with the Pioneer Fire. They had all of that rain. Well, we had all of that rain. That really knocked it down. But now, of course, it's been dry and hot. But the Pioneer Fire haven't really been keeping up on that, and that's my bad. I don't really I mean, everything seems to be normal up in Stehekin, but I don't know where that smoke and haze is coming from. I don't think it's from the pass, the Blewett Fire, and it's not that big enough. Anyway, good morning to the Wenatchee Valley. Sunrise this morning was 6:26. Sunset tonight, 7:32. 13 hours and 6 minutes of daylight. We had 91 yesterday, which is pretty much exactly what we were forecast to get at. Camera number 2 takes us to Lake Wenatchee. Nice place to go to cool off just a little bit. The salmon season is over. They've made their way through it. Now they're heading up the White River in the Little Wenatchee to do their spawning, making babies, and then of course they die, but they did their job. We have that zoomed in just a little bit. So Dirty Face Mountain has quite a bit of screen time today. Spectacular lookout at the top of Dirty Face Mountain. If you've ever done that, it's really cool. You can drive up through a series of switchbacks about a third of the way up. Then after that, you have to hike. But you can hike to the top of Dirty Face Mountain, and as you might imagine, the view up there is just stunning, although you better be in shape before you do it. If you're planning to climb up Billy Goat, you really better be in shape. And if you're going to climb up to Billy Goat, can you take like a rag and wipe those spider webs off the lens? That is just a lot of real estate we're looking at there. And way off to the left, that little bump you see, that's Canada. That's how far you can see from the top of Billy Goat Peak, high above the Alta Lake area, golf course down at the bottom of your screen. Just a beautiful view there. It is, by the way, 66 degrees in Omak. They are a couple of degrees warmer than we are right now. And let's head on out to Monitor. The Monitor camera, anyway. You see pretty much all of Monitor, all the orchards hanging around there. I got to head out to the fruit stand and pick up some pluots. We'll be heading to Kashmir later on this morning. I may have to do that. Got to get the Pluots while I still can. Of course, today is opening day of the Chelan County Fair. Back to our roots in cowboy boots is the theme this year. So all of Monitor right on into Kashmir. You can see Stein Hill and all the way through to Dryden and Peshest, and a spectacular view from our Monitor camera, which is high above the hills just overlooking the Monitor area. Just a beautiful view there. This might look like the same slide we showed you yesterday. It's actually not. It's an update, but again, the heat advisory begins at 1 o'clock this afternoon until 9 o'clock on Saturday night. The very hottest part of the day will be about 3:30 to about 5:30. That's going to be about 95 or 96 degrees. So if you are sensitive to heat, obviously you want to avoid it. If you don't have any access to air conditioning, the usual stuff, don't work out in the heat of the day, and keep an eye on how you're feeling, and drink lots of water, because if you don't have adequate cooling or access to good hydration, you could be some serious issues. It's a moderate heat risk for us. It's got to be warmer than this for a longer period of time as well before it gets to a major heat risk. So, but still hot, no way to look about that. All right, from the National Weather Service, it looks something like this. After a high of 91 yesterday, about 95 or 96 today. The record high temperature on this date, September 5th, is 97 degrees. That was set back in 1990. 67 for the overnight low tonight. That's mild. So we're going to have a warmer start to the day on Friday, and we're going to hit 99, they tell us, and that would be a new record high. The record high on September 6th is 97 degrees. That was set back in 2020. Very mild overnight low Friday night. That means 99 again on Saturday, and that's definitely going to be a record breaker. The record high temperature on Saturday, September 7th, 93, set back in 2001. So we're going to blow by that baby, and we're going to blow by again on Sunday, even though it'll be a little bit cooler on Sunday with a high of only 98, which is, well, what's the difference between 99 and 98 besides 1 degree? That's also a record high. Because the record high on Sunday, September 8th, is 93 degrees. That was set back in 1993. Don't think we'll set a record on Monday. By the time we get to Tuesday, the high pressure dome will begin to move away, shift away, and that's going to cool us down, cloud us up, and maybe give us a little rain on Wednesday. But basically, for the next 6 days, hot. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll give you the news because we think it's important. You're watching a Thursday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Enjoy the sounds of summer from your very own pool and spa. Blue Lagoon is now scheduling pool installations for this summer. Call today to schedule a free consultation for a custom San Juan fiberglass pool. And let the experts at Blue Lagoon handle the construction, installation, and regular maintenance. Turn your boring backyard into vacation paradise this summer with industry-leading San Juan pool. No need to go off the deep end. Relax knowing you're in great hands with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa.
Riley Gaines, the All-American female swimmer at the University of Kentucky, is our guest speaker for the Chelan County Republican Lincoln Day Dinner and Fundraiser, September 22nd at 6 p.m. at the Wenatchee Convention Center. Riley's call to action is to defend and protect America's daughters from competing with and sharing locker rooms with biological men. Join us for an exciting evening with Riley Gaines and support our local candidates. VIP event at 5, dinner at 6. Go to Chelan County Lincoln Day at gmail.com for tickets.
Paid for by the Chelan County Republican Central Committee.
The family at the Epladolin want to help your loved one feel at ease in their new home environment. Epladolin offers beautiful one-bedroom and studio apartments. Residents enjoy 3 delicious home-style meals a day, laundry service, housekeeping service, and encouragement to make themselves cozy in their new home. Epladolin welcomes your family to come and visit their family. Epladolin, independent and assisted living. They make the complicated easy for you. Call today for a tour.
Each year, Springwater Insurance has been teaching those of you on Medicare how will your health and drug plans change for the next year. Now, we can't give you specifics till October 1st, but what I can tell you is your Part D prescription expense will be capped at $2,000 for the year. Now, on October 1st, your current insurance plan will send you a letter explaining these changes. Springwater Insurance will help you find out what your most cost-effective choice for your Medicare health and drug plan for next year. So give us a call for a free consultation.
63 degrees, lots of sunshine, mid-90s today. Not quite a record high. Record highs expected Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The heat wave continues. It's about 10 minutes after the hour. And as I mentioned at the top of the show, Blewett Pass is still closed. Fire crews sizing up the wildfire that took hold in the brush and timber right at the summit of Blewett Pass. It's situated just at the mouth of the Swak Forest Discovery Trail. The fire was reported at about 2:23 yesterday afternoon, milepost 164 of Highway 97. That puts it at the summit of Blewett Pass, right on the border of Chelan and Kittitas counties. Fire districts from both Chelan and Kittitas counties on the initial response to the fire. Yesterday, as I mentioned, Highway 97 is shut down. They shut it down about 3 o'clock to all traffic yesterday afternoon. It is still shut down this morning. The fire's size estimated at 15 acres. We'll know more as the sun comes up. No evacuation notices have been issued in Chelan County's jurisdiction anyway, the last we checked. A man missing for nearly 1 month in the North Cascades National Park has been found and is undergoing medical treatment. 39-year-old Robert Schock of Mount Vernon was last seen on the Chilliwack Trail back on July 31st hiking with his dog. 5 days later, Schock's dog was found alone on the trail by forest rangers. Multiple searches of the area, including by helicopter, failed to locate any sign of the missing man. Well, on Friday, a trail crew heard Schock calling for help, summoned a helicopter, and brought him medical aid. The helicopter got him out of there. The exact circumstances of his disappearance are not known. Schock is being treated in Cedro-Woolley. East Wenatchee police are investigating a gunfire incident outside the Wenatchee Valley Mall. Reportedly happened about 10 minutes before 9 yesterday morning in the parking lot of Sportsman's Warehouse. Police say it started with an altercation between people in two separate vehicles. Witnesses say they heard a sound that sounded like a gunshot. They saw a window break in one of the vehicles. The two vehicles took off, but police said they found a shell casing and fragments of a bullet, but no sign that anybody had been wounded. The case is under investigation. Anybody with information is asked to contact the East Wenatchee Police Department. The historic clock in downtown Wenatchee will soon tick again, thanks to the owners of Firehouse Pet Shop and the Wenatchee Downtown Association. The clock stands right in front of the pet supply store. It's owned by Alan and Jennifer Larson. It was originally built by Joseph Mayer in Seattle in 1915. And over time, as you might imagine, the gears have stopped working, the exterior has worn out. But the Larsons are determined to restore it to its former glory, and local historic restoration expert George Pease is going to visit the clock later on this week to install clean and refurbished gears. And then come spring, further restoration will be conducted, including replacing the glass and installing lights to illuminate the interior of the clock. The city of Leavenworth is trying a new approach to the issue of parking for both residents and tourists. Clever City is a German company that specializes in parking and transit solutions. Leavenworth announced last week it's partnering with Clever City to monitor its parking with mounted sensors. It's part of an ongoing parking initiative that aims to maximize efficiency for the frequently crowded Bavarian theme town. Easy parking is often hard or impossible to come by, and right now, Leavenworth's biggest free parking lot is under redevelopment. It's going to become a pay lot with a Link Transit kiosk built in. And grab your cowboy boots and get ready to head to Cashmere. The Chelan County Fair begins today. The fair is running today through Sunday. Of course, live performances, rodeos, the carnival. It's all going on. All performances and activity information, by the way, is on the fair's website. Ahead of the festivities, I had a chance to visit with my good friend Karen Welch, who is the general manager in this. She runs the place, essentially, does it well. Karen talked about the effort that goes into making the Chelan County Fair happen every year.
After last year's fair, you have a little bit of downtime, but how soon from the 2023 fair did you start planning for this year's fair? I mean, you meet with the board.
Yeah, we meet immediately. You know, you're in October, then you're getting your officers, you're getting your committee people, and then you just hit the ground running again. I mean, there's just a lot to plan in a fair. And, you know, you're dealing with other people's schedules, so you just can't sit back and wait right up to fair when you're going to have your entertainment, and your vendors, they're always looking as to, are we in, are we out, because they're trying to make a living too. So yeah, it's just a lot of planning. So you start right away. We're always trying to improve the fair for the community. I mean, they're paying an admission to come and see something, great, and that's the type of program we want to put on for them. So yeah, we work hard for that. There's always the expenses. Things are getting more and more expensive, and you're trying to keep up with all of that and find the best bang for your buck, so that the public has something to come and see as far as entertainment. We do have some new food vendors this year. They'll be interesting. We'll just wait and see what it's like when they get here. So.
Your entertainment lineup is fantabulous. You got that Selena tribute band coming in.
That's on Thursday night.
You're going to pack the joint for that.
Oh, we were so hoping. We think it's going to be high energy. And you were talking about weather with Waterville. We think ours is going to be great. So we just keep our fingers crossed and hope that is the case.
How many volunteers does it take to do all this stuff?
Oh, my word.
Because there's like 100 different things to enter in and 4-H and FFA and all that stuff.
That's a stat that I have, but I don't have it memorized, but I know it's well over 100 because, in entry day, each one of these buildings has volunteers that help with the entries as they come in. Then they have judges that judge. And then if it's the animals, then they have clerks. Clerks are people who are taking all the notes from the judges as to, the placement of the animals or the placement of the exhibits. And then they have hosts and hostesses and superintendents, people who are in the, building for, easily 13 hours a day, manning that building. So I know it's well over 100 people that come and help. And then, you have to think about all the people who volunteer before fair that really aren't fair volunteers, like your 4-H leaders, your FFA advisors, your Grange leaders, Girl Scouts, Boy Scout leaders, that type of thing. You consider them also volunteers because they're getting their groups and clubs ready to come to fair. So they're putting in, volunteering and putting in their time the same as the people who are actually on the property giving their time to the fair. And then many of those are here with their clubs, and they've paid admission, to get here to still help be a volunteer, basically.
Are you energized by I know you work so hard. You're here all the time. You put in ridiculous hours, and everybody loves you. But you also you dig this too, don't you? I mean, come on, you do it.
Of course I do, or I wouldn't have been doing it this long. Yeah. I mean, if you don't have a passion about something, or you don't have a vision for it, and you don't get excited about it, and you want to see it improve every year, and it's just like the grounds. We work so hard to get the grounds, as pristine as we can, knowing that we're going to have 20-some thousand people tromp through your property, but we want it to look, great. I just have the philosophy, companies coming. We're having guests, and so you want it to look its best, and you want to greet them, and you want everybody to come. I mean, and have a great time. I mean, that's how I am if I entertain in my home. So this is like my home away from home.
Come on down to the Chelan County Fair. Begins today, runs through Sunday. That's the news at 18 minutes after the hour. The news with Grant and Eric will come your way at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock tonight on the NCW Life channel. That's us. 5, 6, and 10. If that doesn't work for your schedule, and we know you're busy this time of the year, you're kind of busy year-round, who's kidding who, we'll post our news on the World Wide Web. It'll be on our homepage, ncwlife.com, our Facebook page, our YouTube page. We got an Instagram, we got an X, I don't know. Some of the stuff, quite frankly, scares me. But not our app. Our app does not scare us. Does not scare me anyway. That's how you download the app, the QR code right there. And if something out there you think is newsworthy, send us an email, news@ncwlife.com. Sports is next. You're watching the Thursday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCW Life. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCW Life channel. If your chair is comfortable and still fits, don't toss it. Reupholster it at Wenatchee Upholstery. The sky is the limit. From new upholstery in your favorite car to upgrading your seats in the boats. Everything old can be new again when you call Joe. Personalize your golf cart, grandma's chair, your favorite bar stool. Trust your treasure with Wenatchee Upholstery.
folks, Blueberry Carrie here to invite you on out to experience Blueberry Hills. Of course, the food is fabulous, like our cheese blintz, our famous French dip, our legendary Eggs Benedict, and unforgettable burgers. But we're more than just great food. People come from all over the world to experience what's been called one of the best destination restaurants in the Pacific Northwest. So come on out and see what all the fuss is about. Blueberry Hills in Manson. It's where the world is coming to.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
21 minutes after the hour, the Seattle Mariners scored 7 times in the 7th inning, and they tacked on 4 more runs in the 8th inning. And when you do that, you win. 16-3 was the final last night in Oakland. Mitch Garver and Luis Urias each drove in 4 runs. George Kirby struck out 9.
Now the 2-2. Out to the gap in left center field. This touches down for a base hit, rolls to the base of the fence. Rosarena is in. Robles is being waved home. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's up the line, and the Mariners have taken the lead in the 2nd inning. A 2-run double from Mitch Garver. It's at second base. Big bouncer up the middle and into center field. Robles makes the turn around third. And the Mariners add to their lead here in the 4th inning. That's what we wanted to see. It's Mitch Garver 3. This is shot to center field. Blade can't get to it. Bounces off the wall after short hopping on the track. Garver rolls around third base and he touches home. Some more 2-out run production as Luis Urias stings that out to center field. And it's a 4-1 Mariners. They've hit a decent amount of home runs, but the doubles just have not been there. As this is served into right field for a base hit. Urias around third. Butler throws home. No chance to get Urias as he scores, and the Mariners continue to extend the lead. This time it's Dylan Moore. Smacked high and deep out to left field. This ball is gone. Luis Urias climbs the stairs out in left field. The Mariners add on in the 7th. Luis having a good night. A couple of hits for him, 2 for 3 now. That was his 4th home run on the year. The Mariners continue to add on. Chop off the plate. Dylan Moore races home. He scores with a headlong slide, and the throw pulls Gray off the bag. And the Mariners add another run. Julio safe at first base. It's 7-2 in the 7th inning. And Julio pick up an RBI. Dan Wilson going with the contact play there. Worked out great. Going after the first pitch. This is fair. It just hops over first base. JP is in. Julio scoring. Here's a throw to second. A headlong slide by Randy Rosarena. He drives in 2, and the Mariners now in front 9-2. You can mark it down as a ringing double. Not too many times you see a check swing double, but that's exactly what happens here. Didn't mean to. Here's Robles. He goes after the first pitch, shoots this into center field, and the runs just keep on coming for the Mariners. Cal Raleigh is in. Well, the Mariners hang a 10 spot tonight in the Coliseum, and it's only the 7th inning. And it misses for ball 4, a bases loaded walk. I'll pick up another RBI. He has 3 on the game. 2-2. High drive out towards left center. Blade into the shadows right at the base of the wall to make the catch. Turner scores. It turns out to be a very long sacrifice fly by Dylan Moore. And the Mariners now lead at 12-2. This is hit firmly into left field. A fair ball into the corner, and the runs just keep on coming here in the 8th inning. Cal Raleigh is in. Rosarena touches home plate. Victor Robles, one of many Mariners having themselves a night. It's 14-3 as Robles stands up at second. This is squaring up, blasted out to center field, and Daz Cameron plays it after a short hop off the wall. Robles scores.
Well, he's having a night.
How about 16 runs tonight for the Mariners? RBI.
That's fun. By the way, the Mariners will play their last ever game in Oakland this afternoon. Of course, the A's are going to play in Sacramento for the next 3 seasons before they move to Las Vegas. After that, Brian Wu will take them out. It's an afternoon affair. It's a 12:37 first pitch on Root Sports. To the American League West scoreboard we go. The Mariners are still 5.5 games back of the Astros in the American League West. The Astros got creamed by the Reds. The final there was 12-5. And the Mariners are still 5.5 games back of the third and final spot in the American League wild card. The Rangers beat the Yankees, and the Angels beat the Dodgers. High school football. Eastmont opens their season on the road. They'll be at Bonnie Lake this Saturday. Bonnie Lake is just east of Puyallup. The kickoff is Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock. Our own Eric Granstrom asked the new Wildcat head coach Jay Foster about how he sized up the Big Nine after Eastmont won the championship last year.
Davis has a kid that's a Division I football player. We watched him on film last year early. I think he was a sophomore, but for whatever reason, I still don't know, he didn't play against us. And again, I was like, thank you. You know, sometimes you take those. So you've got a legitimate Division I football player down at Davis. Moses Lake, the J kid, and you know, Brett's done a great job there with turning that program around. They're always tough, you know, and they're gonna cause you fits. Sunnyside for me is the one, and I know this is not a knock against anybody else. I enjoy playing Sunnyside because I love the way they play. Mm-hmm. They aren't very big. They are just a bunch of scrappy, tough, hard-nosed, hit you in the mouth, yeah. you know, and that's the football I grew up with, you know, and that's what I like about our kids. I mean, I'm sure when people leave us, they realize they played a football game with the sun. And so that's why I've always enjoyed playing Sunnyside. And then when you talk about across the river, I don't have to say anything to the people in this area, you know, we know what across the river means.
Speaking of across the river, the Panthers, they'll start their season Friday night on the road in Coeur d'Alene. They'll take on Lake City. They have a new head coach. His name is Taylor Mitchell, and he says his team is using a preseason poll as a motivation. They say they don't get enough respect in the Big Nine.
I mean, Eastmont and Moses Lake are definitely the teams that beat in our league right now. But my message to our kids, I know that they want to beat our rivals. They want to win a Big Nine title, but you know, our focus is still on ourselves this week, getting better each day, focusing on ourselves. Saturday we'll flip it and we'll focus on Lake City, and we're going to take this 1 week at a time. I know, I think we were picked to finish 5th this year. I mean, it's good bulletin material for our kids. I mean, our focus still each week is going to be going 1-0, but we were picked to finish 5th this year, and I know that our team has a lot higher aspirations for that. So I think it's great motivation for our kids, and I think we'll be able to sneak up on some teams this year. I think, you know, we graduated a lot of kids last year, but we're returning a lot of kids too in some key spots, and I think there's a lot of kids that have improved dramatically over the last year during the off season. I'm excited for those kids to be able to showcase everything that they've done this off season.
And as far as our fall broadcast schedule is concerned, we'll get going next Tuesday. We'll be at the Eastmont Gymnasium with the Wildcats hosting a Friday in volleyball. We'll follow that up with Eastmont and Post Falls football 1 week from tomorrow right here. It's that time of the year, and those are just some of the games that people are playing at 29 minutes after the hour. Today is the International Day of Charity. It's kind of hard to find a photo that means something about the International Day of Charity, so somebody found a better one than what I found. The most charitable countries in the world. This is the population of citizens who either give time, money, or both to charitable organizations. The top 5 charitable countries on the planet. Number 5, the United Kingdom. Number 4, Iceland. Number 3, the Netherlands. Number 2, Myanmar, and number 1, Indonesia. Now, I got curious about why Myanmar and Indonesia would be the 2 most charitable countries in the world. Then I looked it up, and they are, of course, like 75% Buddhist, and that's part of, If you're a practicing Buddhist, you are supposed to do that. That's part of the tenet of the church, and that made perfect sense to me. As far as the most charitable states in this country, the top 5, number 5, Wyoming, number 4, Nebraska, number 3, Montana, number 2, Minnesota, and number 1, Iowa. Of course, it's going to be in the Midwest. That just makes perfect sense to me in Iowa. By the way, we come in at number 22 on the list of most charitable states, so at least we're above average. The least charitable states, the percentage of population that gives time and money to charitable organizations, the least charitable states, number 5, Georgia, number 4, Nevada, number 3, California, number 2, Alabama, and number 1, in fact, number 1 by a long, long way, Florida. They just don't like to do that down there in Florida. Today is International Day of Charity. It's 31 minutes after the hour. Today in history. On this date in 1666, 358 years ago, it burned for 4 days. It finally ended the Great Fire of London. London had about 350,000 people living in London at the time. That's a lot of people. About 70% of them lost their homes. 10,000 buildings are destroyed, but only 6 people are known to have actually died. Nobody really knows the exact number. That's remarkable if you think about it, considering the massive destruction of the Great Fire in London. So the fire is out. Now it's time to blame somebody, because that's what people do. And they blamed it on a French watchmaker who wasn't particularly bright by the name of Robert Hubert, who said he did it. He said he was a member of the gang that started the fire in London. He changed his story later on, but they didn't care. He said, okay, Robert, you said you did it. We're going to convict you and we're going to hang you. There was some misgivings about whether Robert Hubert actually started the fire. But anyway, it didn't matter. And it didn't take very long. About a month later, they hung him in London. And then after Robert Hubert was executed, it became known that he was not in London the day the fire started. Oops. Well, they got to blame somebody, even though he wasn't even in London. The Great Fire of London ended on this date in 1666. 52 years ago today, in the wee small hours of the morning, Black September, a Palestinian terrorist group, breaks in to the Olympic Village in Munich, Germany, get to the Israeli delegation. They take 11 Israeli athletes hostage. 2 died in the actual attack. The other 9 were killed the following day. We will talk more about this come tomorrow, September 5th, 1972. And finally, September 5th, 1975, 49 years ago today in Sacramento, California, one of the followers of Charles Manson tries to assassinate President Gerald Ford. The pistol would have gotten the job done if she knew what she was doing. The pistol contained ammunition stored in a detachable magazine in the grip, but the gun did not include a round in the chamber, and Squeaky Fromm did not know that you needed to pull back the gun slide to insert a cartridge into the chamber, so there was no actual bullet in the gun itself. Nothing happened. Squeaky Fromm spent 34 years in prison. Birthdays. We just lost Bob Newhart, like about 6 to 8 weeks ago. He died July 18th at the age of 94. The legendary comedian, the great Bob Newhart. We've lost Bob, but the Bob Newhart Show and Newhart and the comedy records and the skits and the celebrity talk shows are still out there for you to peruse at your entertainment, and you should. Bob Newhart, born in the state in 1929, and Freddie Mercury. He was born Faku Balsara. We all know him as Freddie Mercury. Died of AIDS in 1991 at the age of 45. If you have the album Queen's Greatest Hits, Freddie Mercury wrote 10 of the 17 songs on that particular album. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. How's your AC holding up? I hope it's holding up good, but if it don't, give them a call. They know what they're doing. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. This coming up in a couple weeks, Friday, September 20th, it is the food truck night at the campus of Wenatchee Valley College. A bunch of food trucks getting together with a beer garden and entertainment and dunk tape. We got to the college a couple of days ago to talk to Lupe and Rachel about that. You're going to love that interview. That's coming up. Mike Magnotti's got an opinion. Whether you love that or not, doesn't really matter. First things first, it's Thursday. Solobino the dog needs a home. Let's pause for pets.
Pause for Pets is brought to you by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Merry Maids, and Club Crow Bar and Grill.
Hi, I'm Corley with Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, Animal Care Manager, and today I have with me Solabino. And Solabino is our beautiful 6-year-old pointer, and he's a really beautiful example of a classic pointer, and he's just so sweet too. He's smart and he's sweet, and we love having him, but he needs a home, so he is our pet of the week. Solabino came to us as an owner surrender, unfortunately due to a change in living situation for the owner, but they did come to us, which is great. We've had him maybe 2 weeks now, and he is doing really nice, really well. He gets along really nice with our dogs here. We don't know about cats because his owner didn't have any. But overall, he's really just a sweet, gentle soul. He's quiet and he's pretty mellow. He is 6, so I think that contributes. But he's just a real sweetheart, real cuddly. He's still playful though. He loves balls and stuffed animals, and he knows tricks. Somebody taught him, or his owner taught him well. He can sit and stay. He's really good at stay. Yes, you are. And we're actually starting to teach him some new stuff, just for fun, to keep his mind active and interested, and he's picking it up so fast. Yeah, because you're a very smart boy. I think that he would be awesome really in any home, based on what we know, which isn't a lot, but we have got to know him, and I think that he would be good with kids, my personal opinion. I think he'd just be a really great family dog, relaxing on the porch in the summer with everybody, just taking treats and sniffing things, going out for walks and hikes. Yeah. So if you'd like to come meet our boy Solabino, we are open Thursday through Tuesday from 12:30 to 6, and we'd love for you to come meet him.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org. Pause for Pets is brought to you by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Merry Maids, and Club Crow Bar and Grill.
What once was old now is new to the NCW Life Channel. Tune in for Bonanza, Superman, The Andy Griffith Show, The Beverly Hillbillies, The Invisible Man, The Lone Ranger, and The Lucy Show. Check your program guide for classic programming on NCW Life Channel, your local TV station.
My name's Nick Dirk, and I've been a cinematographer-photographer for over 10 years. I got my start at the Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center. Without the Tech Center, I wouldn't have got my first job in media production 3 months after I graduated high school.
My name is Charlie Voris, and I own Vortex Productions. My work has taken me on exciting adventures all around the world, and I got my start at Wenatchee Valley Tech.
Hey, my name is Oli Mingo, and I'm the Executive Director at Heirloom Creatives in Wenatchee. I am so thankful for Wenatchee Valley Tech to be able to have my dream career.
Discover a level of comfort you never thought possible. Discover stressless seating at Boswell's. Designed to harmonize with your body's natural movements, it's the premier destination for relaxation and rejuvenation. Right now, take 10% off all stressless recliners, sofas, tables, and ottomans. Boswell's, 2915 Easy Street in Wenatchee.
Thank you for trusting Appy's legendary pizza for 60 years. Your hard-earned money supports hundreds of youth working at our parlors, dozens and dozens of nonprofits and school teams throughout the area. At Appy's, doing good in the neighborhood has never tasted so delicious. Can you smell it? It's not arugula and pear. It's bacon, bacon, and cheddar. Yep. Everybody's favorite pizza is back on sale this month at Abby's, loaded with 2 kinds of bacon and real cheddar cheese. Enjoy Abby's September special at a very special price.
Hey,
Hi, this is Mike, Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, a young couple I know got married. The husband didn't like carrots, and he jokingly told his new bride that he was allergic to carrots. Well, his new wife thought this was ridiculous, and she made her hubby some carrot cake, not telling him what was in it until after he ate it, and he failed to die from anaphylactic shock or any allergic reaction. Well, so then rather smugly she said, I knew you weren't allergic to carrots. Well, my question is this. Why did this gal need to prove her hubby wrong? What would have been the matter of just accepting that he didn't like carrots and that she didn't need to prove he wasn't allergic to them? You hear what I'm saying? Now, sometimes husbands and wives just need to recognize some statements as humorous or ironic and not feel the need to prove the other wrong. Not that Rosie would ever do anything like that with me. This is Mike, Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
Global Car Care has the best customer service in the Valley. From the moment you walk in the door, their goal is to help you stay on the road, so you can keep doing what's important to you. Global Car Care certified ASE mechanics stand behind your automotive repairs.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side. You can lift this up. Lifetime warranty.
Great, I want that one. I would like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Most of us are in touch with the internet in one way or another all day long. A fast, secure connection matters. It keeps us entertained, informed, and in touch. Locatel cares about your connection. We know strong, reliable internet with your choice of speed makes life better. If you need fast, reliable internet, or maybe an upgrade, or you just have questions, connect with us by visiting locatel.com or call 509-888-8888 today.
Welcome back to the program. If you haven't made any plans for September 20th, congratulations, you just have. This is where you want to be, on the gorgeous campus of Wenatchee Valley College. It's back for the third year. It is Food Truck Night. Night is spelt with a K. Get it? And it's pretty much like it sounds. Food, a beer garden, and tons of things for folks to do. And all of it benefits the Wenatchee Valley College Foundation. And Lupe, you are in charge of this baby.
Yes, I am.
How did you end up with it? I mean, you have a staff. Rachel runs the foundation, but there's 4 or 5 people on staff, and yet you got this gig because.
Yes. So I came on board of October of last year as a development director. It's a new position, and one of the signature event falls within that new position. I actually was a WVC alumna. I am an alumna.
Cool. You got a diploma.
Yes. I was a WBC student, and so when I saw the job posting for this, I was like, this is perfect. I would love to work with students, help out the college that helped me out, and they told me this is one of our signature events that help raise money for the foundation. It brings the whole community together, and I was like, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. So yeah.
Did you like the educational experience here at Wenatchee Valley College? Did you know pretty good, hey, I'm glad I did this?
Yes, so coming right out of high school, I didn't know what I wanted to major in. I figured staying local would be the smart way, save money. I did. I got scholarships along the way, and then after I was done here and got my AA, I transferred, and I graduated with zero debt.
One of the things I've discovered, and I've talked to the people who handle enrollment and scholarships, there are a lot of scholarships out there, but sometimes they're very hard to find. There's no like one conduit where these are all the scholarships that are available. The staff here at the college does a great job at that, don't they?
Yes, our scholarship person, Alora, she's amazing, and it's just one scholarship application. If you don't get it in the fall, you can fix your application for the following quarter, or you can leave it at that and you're still able to see if you will get the scholarship.
But the most important thing for you, Lupe, was keep going to school. You didn't know what you wanted to do yet.
Yes.
But you wanted to keep that momentum going,
yes,
right?
I knew I did want to go to college. It was a no-brainer.
You think a career working with the foundation and around the campus here might be something you might want to do for a while yet?
Yes, it was a full circle moment coming back, and the team is awesome. It's a great place to be, getting to see the excitement of students coming in and not knowing what they're going to do with their career. Yeah, full circle moment for sure.
Well, let's talk about the big wing ding. Again, it is food truck night on the 20th. This is the third annual, so you've done two. So by this point, you kind of know what you're doing, right?
This is the third annual, but it's my first, so I don't know what to expect, but I just know it's going to be a great time meeting community members, the faculty and staff of WVC coming out with their families, students, athletes. It's going to be amazing.
And it's all going to be centered right here in the Central Plaza where the big fountain is. How many food trucks?
A lot. A lot. A different variety, so you're able to find a little bit of everything. Yeah.
I came a couple of years ago. They had good old-fashioned hamburgers and hot dogs. They had taco trucks. They had fish and chips. They had brisket. They had barbecue. They had everything.
Pizza. Desserts.
Yep.
Drinks.
But it's not just food. You're going to have adult beverages and activities for the kids. Talk about that.
We will have a beer garden, a local beer, wine, and cider. So that's exciting for all the adults. And then for the kids, we will have the kids zone once again. 2 bouncy houses. New to the whole event will be a dunk tank. So that's very exciting. Come dunk local celebrities and some WVC staff and faculty. Yeah, it's very exciting. We'll also have a photo booth. So you can remember when you were in your food truck era, and some lawn games run by our athletic teams. Yeah.
And lots of activities for the kids, as you mentioned already. All the food trucks you could possibly think of. How does admission work? Do you need to bring a card? Is it cash only for all that stuff? Talk about the nuts and bolts.
It is no cost to parking, no admission costs. You just pay what you eat. We will have the option of card or cash. Yes.
Because that's a merchant by merchant thing, right?
Yeah.
But they all have the little thingamajig now, whatever that's called.
The square.
Yeah. So what are you learning from this, Lupe? Organizational skills, how to run a spreadsheet? Because this is a big event that they said this is your baby.
Yes. So it is a big event, but I'm not alone. I have the team. They're always willing to help when needed. So I do feel supported every step of the way. And I have learned a lot. Organizational skills, like you mentioned, are a must to keep everything nice and organized. Don't forget about the little details, but I'm very excited to see how it turns out overall.
Again, it is on September 20th. What's the time? When does it start?
Yes, it starts at 3 p.m. and it ends at 8 p.m.
So that's 5 hours.
5 hours of fun.
So you can show up, you can eat at like 4 and then eat again at like 7.
Yes.
And you're good to go.
Yeah, you can have your meal and then go back for dessert.
I like your thinking. I like your thinking, Lupe. Rachel runs the Wenatchee Valley College Foundation. She's the executive director. What kind of questions should I ask her? She's going to join me in just a minute.
Ooh. Ask her what she's most looking forward to for food truck night.
I think I'll ask her also what she thinks of you.
Ooh, okay.
The executive director of the foundation of Wenatchee Valley College, Rachel, will join me when we come back.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, located in East Wenatchee, offers terrific views and challenging play for golfers at every skill level. From the golf course to the grill, you don't need to be a member to dine in style and play golf too. Highlander's well-groomed fairways and greens keep it difficult, yet friendly for your regular rounds of golf or a new destination for you and your out-of-town friends. Contact the Highlander Pro Shop today to schedule your tee time, outing, or tournament. Open 7 days a week, where everyone is welcome to play and eat.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Now there are even more reasons to meet at the Pybus Market. Outdoor dining and tastings, the fabulous Farmers Market, Saturday artisans on the concourse, and your favorites all week long. No matter the reason, it's always time to meet at the Pybus Market. Pybus Market, where community meets.
Welcome to Gilded Lily Home, where something extraordinary is waiting. You'll be delighted to find an amazing selection of specialty foods and tabletop decor. Browse their uniquely curated collection of gifts. Shop for yourself in their wide collection of jewelry and clothing, and for your home with their amazing hand-selected furniture, lighting, and decor. The Gilded Lily Home, where you can step in for inspiration and leave with beautiful items for your home, your kitchen, and your lifestyle.
We are back. We mentioned the food truck party on September 20th. Well, it's not just, they're not going to just take the cash and buy a new car. It's all going to benefit the Wenatchee Valley College Foundation. Rachel, introduce yourself to our television family.
Hello, Rachel Evie, Executive Director of the Wenatchee Valley College Foundation. I've been here 7 years, and this is my third food truck night.
So whose idea was this 3 years ago?
Yeah,
let's do a fundraiser that's not what everybody does, like a golf tournament or something.
So if you remember 3 years ago, that was, 2021. People were still kind of getting used to getting back out of the house. The college, a lot of our classes were online. We didn't have a big community event. And so the foundation team was brainstorming about ways to really make it feel like a neighborhood block party.
And to get people back on campus.
Get people back on campus, let them know we're open, let them know that this is a community college. So it's not just for our students. We want the entire family to come out, get a feel for the college, know that we're fun and welcoming. And so that's how Food Truck Night came out. It was like 1 or 2 trucks, and then it was, what if we add a kids zone with bouncy houses? What if we add a beer garden? What if we do this, that, and the other? And now it's turned into this massive event. It is our signature event as the foundation, and it is the biggest public event that the college hosts every year.
And it's right smack dab in the middle of the campus, and it's a beautiful campus. You might drive by it on 5th or drive by it on 9th and not give it a second look, but once you get inside the actual campus proper, it's beautiful.
It is, and Food Truck Night's great because it's right here on the center of campus. We'll have trucks all around the fountain. We'll have our beer garden, the dunk tank, an art project led by our faculty. It's going to be a really fun year again.
So to give people a refresher course on what exactly the foundation does, I know my family has been involved in it, but talk about what the Wenatchee Valley College Foundation exists for. What's their mission?
Yeah, the WVC Foundation is a nonprofit charitable organization, and we exist to support WVC programs and students. Our mission is to provide equitable access to education and invest in student success through philanthropy. So everything we do is to support WVC students and programs, and everything we do is thanks to the generosity of our community. Food Truck Night is a big part of that. Our presenting sponsor this year is New America Credit Union. We have a host of other local businesses that are sponsoring the event. And when folks come to Food Truck Night, when they support our local vendors, when they visit the beer garden, when they buy into the 50/50 raffle, they're helping our mission.
How do you know you're making a difference? How can you quantify success in your job? It can't be easy.
It's a mix of things. You've always got the numbers and the data and, $780,000 in scholarships awarded last year. But then I think the most impactful thing is seeing people like Lupe, our development director. She was a student here at WVC. She went off to university. She worked locally. Now she's back with us here at the college. We have so many stories like that, whether they're an electrician at Stamilt, or they're the person that changed the tires on your car, or they're the nurse in your doctor's office taking your vitals. People interact with someone from WVC every single day, whether or not they realize it.
The presenting sponsor, as she mentioned already, is Numerica Credit Union. The hero sponsors, and good to these folks, the Baldocs, as usual, Cascade Auto Center, no surprise there. They seem to sponsor everything. Mountain View Women's Health and Kashmir Valley Bank. Also Goodfellow Brothers, Davis O'Neill Law Firm, Barry and Shannon Leahy, and the Wenatchee Valley Medical Group have all written big fat checks so you can come here and have a good time on the 20th. And it's good to see you again, by the way.
It's good to see
Come
you.
do the show anytime you want.
I will be more than happy to.
As long as you bring Lupe with you.
I can do that. I think she'd love to come back.
Absolutely. Have a good time, too, and I'll see you on the 20th.
See you on the 20th.
I will be here. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether,
we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Few things strike fear in the human heart, like the possibility of a rattlesnake bite. Dogs can encounter rattlesnakes on their walks or in their yards, and being curious, often get bitten on their face, neck, and legs. Luckily, a vaccination is available to help neutralize venom so dogs experience less pain and swelling. Even if your dog has received a vaccine, you still need to seek immediate help. Dr. Shauna Bayes and the staff of Paws and Claws care about your pet's health. Call 888-PAWS to schedule your vaccination today.
Downtown Wenatchee, something for everyone.
Collins Fashions has a sizzling summer sale in progress. Savings throughout the store from special occasion dresses, sundresses, capris, tops, shorts. Collins Fashion staff is here to assist you with your fashion needs Monday through Saturday in downtown Wenatchee.
Welcome to Henry Harrow, purveyors of modern-day provisions. Stop in, meet the team, and shop their curated collections of home, kitchen, and bath goods. Downtown Wenatchee, it's all here.
All right, before we send you down the road on this Thursday, quick update on Blewett Pass. Still closed. Yeah, of course, you know by now, wildfire broke out right at the summit of Blewett Pass, milepost 164 yesterday. Toned down about 2:30 or so in the afternoon. It's about 20 acres, but it's pretty close to the roadway, and they shut down Blewett Pass in both directions at 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and it is still closed in both directions as we speak. Keep a close eye on our Facebook page and our website. We'll get you up to date on that when they reopen Blewett Pass, but right now, you can't get there from here, as they used to say. One quick reminder, it's going to be hot. Heat advisory begins at 1 o'clock this afternoon, goes until 9 o'clock Saturday night due to a big, strong ridge of high pressure that's right over the top of the Pacific Northwest. It's not just us, everybody in southern Canada, all the way into western Montana, down into Oregon, California, blistering hot, record high temperatures in Los Angeles, Las Vegas. Everybody is baking into the heat, so use a little common sense, and you'll be just fine. Our record high on this date is 97. That was set back in 1990. Our forecast high today, 96. Here's your forecast from the National Weather Service. So we're going to be pretty close to a record high. 67 for the overnight low. That's pretty mild, and that means a warmer start to Friday, which means a good chance of breaking the record high temperature on Friday. Our forecast Tomorrow is 99 for the high temperature, the record high 97. 68 for the overnight low Friday night. Saturday, we're going to break a record. The record on Saturday, September 7th, is 93 degrees. That was set back in 2001. We're going to get to 99 on Saturday. The 98-degree mark on Sunday that's in the forecast would also be a record breaker with a record of 93 on that date. So the heat just keeps on coming. Have a great Thursday. Stay cool. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.